Okay, just this last summer we had, I don't know what his name, I think he's the chief of the UN. When he announced that we have entered a new era where the earth is boiling. Y'all remember that? And we were in a heat dome. Something that that's unfamiliar to us because that was unprecedented too. And the earth boiling was unprecedented. So we had that going on. We had these great earthquakes happening. Great earthquakes. And that last one in Morocco signified that that old dragon is going to go down. I don't know if you remember that video or not. So before this war in Israel, yeah, the heavenly host was very, very active. Now they just ceased. Yeah, they stopped. They paused for a moment. That was the last one, but when that happened, that's when the UN chief, he made that global warning, really, because it was 23 unprecedented. When it says unprecedented, that's the key word for judgment over here. They had 23 unprecedented weather events to happen, one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. Yeah, and there was a warning for that. That level of judgment was coming. Yeah, that warning came back on June 8th. I had did a video warning that the judgments was going to go to the next level. Yeah, because of one measurement was taken with those quote unquote Chinese spy balloons. Okay, that was the Atlanteans taking the measurements of the frequency and vibration of the planet. And that's what I was downloaded. Yeah. And when things were just right, the Most High was going to push that button for the next judgments to be activated. So since June 8th, oh my goodness. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. So I told y'all what was going to happen on June 8th. And right after June 8th, bam, all of these judgments hit the earth, right? So now, all of a sudden, these judgments paused. They just totally paused. And so the download that I received this morning is that great pause in these judgments is because this earth is again going through a global testing. Now, globally, with all of the signs of judgment that happened this past summer, it seems as though people came out of a deep sleep, you know, with this war that's going on. Believe me, they feel that Judgment Day is about to happen, the end, in whichever way they believe. They felt it and they became awakened. So now the Most High, thank you, Yahweh. He's destroyed Hashatan's illusion. In other words, the media, yeah, they still have control of what's going on, but it just ain't working for them. No, it's working against them. And it's actually displaying just how few people, how few that are just totally wicked. And no matter what truth is in front of them, they would take the side of the wicked to benefit themselves. That's like a clear, that the illusion of media painting their false narratives and telling some truth sprinkled with lies and in their word magic. It's not working. It's not working. That's been destroyed. That magical illusion is destroyed. Then they had the power of the White House. They had the power of the White House. I didn't show y'all they had the power of the White House. And now I see that they had a press conference at the White House with that Jean Pierre woman. And they were bringing up anti-Semitism in the college because people wrote some students some notes. Ain't nobody got hurt. But they wanted that anti-Semitism legislature that they created to combat anti-Semitism. They wanted the protest to cease, or they wanted people to be punished for anti-Semitism, but it ain't working. It's not working. That won't work for them, by the way, in any kind of way around this earth, because when you look at the population that's taking their energy out on the street, they're connected to police. They're connected to people in the military. They're connected to the people that's supposed to be policing them. So that is so unstable until that can't be trusted. Even inside of their ranks, there's pro-Palestinians. Yeah, they're pro-Palestinians. So this is very unstable for them. It won't work. Not only that, but I remember the first protest, the pro-Palestinian protest that was supposed to take place in New York. The police chief come out there, with that thick New York accent, and he was bragging about how they were going to have their police force out in fullness. Like everybody was going to be on duty. Well, that's overtime. That's filling in extra slots. That costs money. Even with their bullying tactics, that is not working for them. Let's take a look at what happened a few days ago in Brooklyn.
Tense moments on Bay Ridge's Fifth Avenue Saturday when things turned violent between NYPD and...
Let's pause right there. You see this guy right here, this one, he was throwing punches out there. It was so stupid. They start punching blows on the people that was peacefully protesting. And look at him now. He look like he's scared. They pulling him away. Yeah, they're outnumbered thousands to one. Look at him. Look at him.
Ralliers to support Palestine in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. We are still waiting on NYPD to comment on the video.
Yeah, this just exposed their power. They were powerless out there, y'all. Against the masses.
Recorded by Andrew Then.
After a speech to free Palestine was done, the strategic response for the NYPD immediately resorted to throwing punches. The strategic response for the NYPD immediately resorted to throwing punches.
Police say they played this announcement telling people to clear the roads just before forming a human barricade and blocking ralliers from moving any further.
Coming in there like they gonna come to whoop ass. They got those little plastic handcuffs and all that to intimidate people. Well, it didn't work, did it?
We were clearing the roads, and some of the people who were ordered to be on the sidewalk were on the sidewalk and were punched regardless.
What happened in Brooklyn can cause the energies to go through a metamorphosis. Yeah, what those police did in Brooklyn could spark off people getting very angry, you see. And so that energy, you don't want it to morph on you. Yeah, because you know how the American people are about their rights. So we had a Jewish teacher. She was murdered in her own community. And the next day, they were like, before they can even gather any evidence or witnesses, they said this was not related to anti-Semitism. This was not related to anti-Semitism. And so now, immediately when I saw that that teacher had been murdered like that and the way that she was murdered, I immediately went into prayer and I was like, Father, if they're trying to create another false flag to sick the police and the military and the UN on the people, let the truth be told about this situation. Yeah, let the truth be told. And if they lie about it, let the truth even come out through their lies. Well, I don't know if it was a false flag or not, but it seems as though, they don't have the government backing on it, even if it was a false flag. They don't have the police departments and the government to activate combating anti-Semitism with that. So let's go to the White House about these protests.
The protests on college campuses, and I appreciate that the president respects First Amendment rights to protest, but does the president view anti-Israel protests and sentiment on college campuses as anti-Semitism?
So look, I'm not going to get into what's happening across the country and at different universities. Not going to get into the specifics. As the Admiral said, the First Amendment right? That's what something in peaceful protest is really part of our democracy, being able for folks to.
Whenever this chick start blinking her eyes like that, you know she's about to give an answer that people will not like.
Express their feelings. I'm not going to get into any specifics on that. The president has been very clear in wanting to make sure that Jewish Americans, wanting to make sure that Arab Americans, Muslims are protected here. That is what he believes in, that they have the right to live their lives and to feel.
So he's calling out for anti-Semitism to be combated, you see. For some notes, by the way. And she's naming off other nations that's involved in this war. Oops. It looked like that is not working for them at all. All praises to the Most High. He destroyed that word.
Protection and to feel like they're able to be part of a community. The president have been very, very clear on denouncing any type of violence. And so as it relates to peaceful protesting, people have the right to do that. But we're just not going to get into blow-by-blows of what's going on across the country. The president has been very clear, very clear.
Blow-by-blow, but the president himself said silence is complicity, so.
Yep. Silence is complicity. That's why you have people out on the street fighting for another Holocaust, for the lives of people that are suffering over there in Palestine. But you see how these narcissistic people are? They don't care nothing about what the people are protesting for. They just don't want anybody to say or write notes about them. If they do, bring the armies and bring the Popo and bring the UN in. You see, it's not working.
So if there's anti-Semitic letters being sent by students or protests, sentiment at protests.
Of course, the president doesn't is against anti-Semitism. Of course, this is a president that you have heard me say wants to protect communities, whether it's the Jewish community, the Arab American community, the Palestinian community. This is someone who is going to speak out against anti-Semitism, of course. But you're asking me, you were kind of conflating the two. You were asking me about protest, and you were asking me about this question.
If you talk to a lot of the protesters, you'll hear anti-Semitic comments.
Oh, boo-hoo, they're writing notes and they're saying nasty stuff to us. They're saying words and words matter. You see, this is so stupid.
And we're going to always denounce anti-Semitism. But at the same time, people have the right to peacefully protest. But we, in this administration, are going to always denounce anti-Semitism, any form of hate, whether it's against the Jewish community, right? Anti-Semitism against the Muslim community, Arab American community, or the Palestinian. We are going to denounce any form of hate that comes towards those communities.
I remember 8 months ago at that round table meeting where they wanted to redefine racism in anti-Semitism. See, they only wanted to be protected under this law. Nobody else, just them, ultimately protected, even from words. Nobody have to touch them. Just words. Yeah. So that round table meeting, oh, Dougie, it didn't work. Oh, Dougie, your round table meeting didn't work. It failed. Yes, Mother has guided us on this mission, and this phase right here is giving the results of us going to the courts of the Most High. It's almost like the major things have been destroyed, like Satan's illusion. That's destroyed. The energy is snatched away out of our enemy's hands, and the word magic is just not working. This big word right here that they try to empower like the Balfour Accord, it's not working. Other people, they could see it coming. They say, oh, they doing that in Israel. Well, hell, they might come to my local neighborhood and try to do that. And they like, hell no. Some of them are fighting for that reason too. Y'all need to, it's a losing battle if you try to go against these protests. That's what I'm saying. The earth is being tested. After all of this calms down from this war, the next phase is going to jump off. The next phase of these judgments. And it ain't going to be pretty. Y'all think last summer was horrendous? Just wait until you see what's coming upon this earth. So, tick tock, tick tock. If you choose the wrong side, you are doomed. You are doomed, okay? You're doomed. Okay, now I just want to thank our mother again, our most beautiful mother, the Holy Spirit, who's guided us on this mission. Yeah, and hey, pointed out all of their shenanigans. It showed us how to fight, and we are having great victories. Now, I do believe this, Starseed United. Of course, no man knows the day or nor the hour that the Most High is going to gather us. But I do believe that once this war, once everything calms down from this war, right before these great judgments hit this earth, when the host of the Most High is unleashed to bring all kind of destruction on the earth, I do believe that's when we're going to be gathered. We're going to be gathered. And they already have the transportation ready for us. I showed y'all the fleets of the Most High. They have UFOs. They have inner-earth trains. I showed you that too. I have evidence. It sounds all strange and weird, and like I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, but see, or Cocoa Puffs. It's Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I've showed you evidence. I've shown you evidence. So if you want your territories and your people and everyone that you love to be saved through what's coming in this next phase of judgment, you're going to have to raise your vibration too. Yeah, you must repent. You must be a high vibrer, because if you're in a low vibration, especially coming against the children of the Most High God of Israel, the true children of the Most High God of Israel, you're going to perish. There's nobody that can stop the Most High's judgments. Yeah. So that was my warning that I have for you today. Since y'all shadow ban me and suspend me on my main station, I know who I'm talking to. Yeah. So y'all might want to pass that information on. Everything I told you is true. But if you want to believe what they telling you, go right on ahead. Go right on ahead. Only high vibing people will survive. That's it. That's all. Yeah. And us Hebrew Israelites, we will rule this earth, and it's going to be other nations on this earth. So this whole theater of war is about us and the Most High turning the world upside down. We haven't received our blessings yet, but he did snatch it away from the enemy. Yeah, so we will be leaving here very shortly with great wealth and substance, and no one will be able to stop it. And synagogue of Satan will bow down and worship at our feet, because the Most High say he going to make them, especially them, he's going to make them do it. Yeah, I can't wait until that day too. Ooh, wee. Anyway, you guys, all praises to the Most High for one more victory. Another victory of Starseed United. Yeah, all praises Yahweh for listening to us, for bowing the heavens and hearing us. Thank you, Mother, for your guidance. And we definitely pledge our allegiance to our big brother Messiah, the King and God of this earth. To all my brothers and sisters, allies and friends, I hope you gleaned some wisdom from this message. Yeah, I hope our enemies glean some wisdom from this message too, because time is running out. And it's nothing that could reverse it. They tried everything that they could. They had governments behind that word already set up. Yeah, to rule the world with. Yeah. Okay, you guys, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of this good news. And thank you for your comments and joining me in this fight. Doesn't it feel good to fight back? Yeah, and we're very successful and victorious. All praises to the Most High. And thank you so much for your gifts of love. They're very appreciated. Yeah, may the Most High bless you 100-fold for whatever your heart's desire. Abracadabra. Okay, you guys, until the next magical show, the Hebrew Widow, the Hebrew Rose, Jericho out. Shalom.